All I did was yell "Auntie" in a creepy dungeon, and an SG Ghost King fell to his knees, shaking. Because my aunt is the strongest boss in that dungeon. While other players are barely surviving, I'm getting VIP treatment thanks to nepotism. Turns out I got transported into an SG-level horror dungeon, and right off the bat, it's the hardest difficulty. Lucky for me, I got a horror relative system. It lets me claim any monster in the dungeon as my relative, but at first my teammates thought I was useless. They left me to die. Only one girl decided to stick with me. She had no idea she just made the best decision of her life. We soon ran into our first wave of monsters, a whole group led by an A-rank security guard captain. Seeing how many there were, the girl told me to run. She said she'd hold them off. But I just walked straight toward them. The security captain froze for 2 seconds, then dropped to his knees and called me young master. The girl's jaw hit the floor. She had no clue how I got these vicious monsters to bow to me. After recruiting them, I led them to the inpatient wing. Let's see who's not paying their hospital bill now. Other players were already there, trying to do the same mission, but not one of them dared to knock. They were terrified the monsters inside would get mad at them. The girl told me to stand behind her. She said she'd test the monster's strength first, but I just kicked open one of the doors. The girl was stunned. This kid really didn't give a crap about the monsters in here, just like he said. When I told the limping monster inside to pay up, he refused. He even said he was gonna break my ribs and make soup out of them. So I kicked him in his good leg. Then I gave the order. The security guards swarmed into the room. Break his good leg! Ha ha ha! Don't make me break your last good leg! Ha ha ha! I surrender, young master, have mercy, I surrender! The other players watching from outside got excited. They thought the security guards could help them collect bills too. So one guy kicked open another door and started yelling at the monster to pay up. He was being super cocky. But before he could finish, a prison guard kicked him right back out. Seeing that, I got curious. I wanted to see who owned that prison guard. I opened the door, and I wasn't disappointed. She was totally my type. But the girl next to me was terrified, because this was the Red Lady Ghost who'd killed dozens of people. But I wasn't scared of her at all. Hospital bill is 20,000 ghost coins, credit card or cash. Since you're so big and white, I'll give you 10% off. The Red Lady said all she had left was her skin. She offered to use it as payment. I agreed. So I told the security guards to get me a scalpel and a scale. I was gonna cut off her flesh and sell it on the black market. Oh, and no anesthesia. Fresh meat sells better. When she realized I was serious, the Red Lady panicked. She pulled out a bag of money from under the bed. I'll pay! I'll give you double! Besides, my parts are silicone. They don't taste good. Word of my ruthless methods spread through the whole hospital fast, before I could even go collect. The monsters from other rooms came to me with their payments. And just like that, I completed the mission and got an S-rank item. It makes any monster feel 1,000 times more pain. Right when I was about to try it on the Red Lady, the system gave me a side mission. So I took my security guards and went to complete that first. Meanwhile, the 2 teammates who abandoned me earlier were cornered by an A-rank monster. They didn't know how to escape. Then they saw me and the girls show up. They came up with a plan. Lure the monster toward us, then run away themselves. Sure enough, when they yelled, the A-rank monster noticed us, and it charged straight at me. This time I didn't use the guards. I pulled out my new funeral club. One hit, and a huge bump appeared on the tyrant ghost's head. The pain was so bad he sat on the ground crying. After a little education, the tyrant ghost gave up completely. The 2 guys who tried to set me up were shocked. They thought it was all because of the club in my hand. So they pulled out guns and demanded I hand it over. I just calmly said, security.